Well, hello Global World Trade family. Welcome to your Sunday leadership webinar. Tonight is an exciting Global World Trade from around the world. My name is Maria Gideri, your Diamond Ambassador and Luxury Consultant with Global World Trade. I see people are logging in from all around the world, so it's exciting. There are more and more people are logging in. We have people from all the way from Orlando, from Miami, from different parts of US, whether if it's New York or California. So welcome everybody. We have people from Winnipeg, from Ontario, from Montreal, from all the way from Europe, from Hong Kong. So everybody welcome. I know you're all excited to hear the exciting webinar tonight. We have, as I'm speaking to you tonight, I just came back from a successful branding party that we did today with Ambassador Leo Skeller, who's our special guest in town, and also we did it with Tanya Martin, our new diplomat. We had almost 100% closing ratio in our branding party, so we are so excited. And yesterday we had one of the best boot camps in the history of global world trade in our headquarters in Toronto with our 2 millionaires, with our special guest, our CEO and our vice president. So there are a lot from this boot camp that we want to share with you tonight. So we're so excited. Make sure to put your seatbelts on because the excitement and the energy is so high. We are going to fly with all this excitement. So tonight, our first speaker, our first presenter is no one other than our own diplomat, someone who's been with the company for a very, very long time, pretty much from the beginning. This lady, pretty much all of you know her very well. She's coming from sports and education background. She's the founder and president of one of the strongest gymnastics schools in Canada since 1980s. She produced many national and international champions, including 2 Olympians in her career. So this lady is master at coaching and developing leaders and developing Olympians and champions. So this is a powerful lady here in the house. So make your notes and your pens ready because you want to take a lot of notes tonight. This lady joined in 2006, so pretty much at the beginning of the time when the company got started. And she's a shareholder and a council member with Global World Trade. She received the Global World Trade Leadership and International Expansion Award in 2008. In 2009, this lady received the Recognition Award on the convention, and in 2011, she received the Top Retailer and Top Council Member of the Year Award. Her team grown to over 5,000 luxury consultants around the world in 40 countries. And the volume that's generating is, I don't even know this number, it's probably millions and millions and millions of dollars on a monthly basis that she's generating in her business. So here we have a very powerful lady in the house. She's going to do the trade show, the effective trade show training for us tonight, which we did. I had the pleasure to spend the time, 3 days, and learn from her, and man, she has so much to learn from. So, and then after Annalie, we have a special guest with a special announcement, so stay tuned. And so at this point, I'm going to bring our Annalie Riga on the call. Annalie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Annalie, we're so excited. People are already making comments and they're already sending messages. They can't wait for your training.
Okay, well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, because we do have members around the globe, and I hope there are people from around the globe, members on this webinar. As you heard from Maria, we are already running very, very successful home shows, and of course there is other way to do the shows, and this is trade shows. Now, like Maria mentioned, I joined the company quite some time ago, 2006, and actually almost every year I have been attending or organizing myself 1 or 2 trade shows a year. So I must say I have done many of them, been as a participant, been as an organizer, and actually have to say that seen many people very successfully getting their business off the ground, just attending the trade shows. So why do we attend the trade shows? Like, first of all, you can really truly promote your business and your brand. And the beautiful thing is, with the trade shows, you don't have to be yourself the one who is inviting the people. It's the trade show organizers who are inviting the people. And if it's a well-known and big trade show, it could be like there is thousands or hundreds of thousands of people going through that trade show. And usually trade shows are 2 or sometimes even 3 days, whole weekend. So big trade shows like Women's Show, almost 100,000 people go through the trade shows. So this is the great way to go. You don't have to put effort inviting people yourself. The people are coming to you, and it's really truly amazing way to promote your brand. Of course, what else can you do at a trade show? Well, you can actually sell the products and make great retail profits. In few trade shows that I have been attending, we have done also a sales, and very, very successful sales, because as you know, our products are the best and the most exclusive there is. But often we go to trade shows, we don't really go with the idea like from our company that we're going to do the retail shows. Like, our effort has been mostly to promote our brands, our Fairy Mosh, and of course our company, and of course our business. But I do know there are many companies who are actually operating their entire business just attending trade shows and making great retail sales. When I was at the last trade show, Women's Show in November month, I actually took some time myself to go around the different booths and talk to the booth owners, and I was really surprised how many companies were out there actually just to that's all they do. They go from one to the next trade show, and they are making great sales. There was one guy who was selling actually some kind of painkiller spray, and end of the second day, end of Saturday, actually said, well, I'm done. I can go home. I have made more than I expected. And he mentioned $9,000 he sold. And what he was selling, it was a little spray. $19.99 was the price. So he must have sold tons of them to make this kind of nice income for himself. So like I said, making retail profits, it definitely could be done, and could be done very successfully on the trade shows. Of course, the other way, you're also going to find lots of new leads and prospects. That's what we are really looking. We are looking to talk to new people, to get the connections with new people. And because trade shows have so many people coming to your booth, it's an easy way to find the new leads and new prospects, because you are connecting with a very large audiences. Also, of course, you can same time also network with the other exhibitors and visitors. First of all, you can learn some points, how they do the trade shows, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. Same time, of course, you can get a nice connection with the different group of people who are already in business, and maybe their business is not going so great, and maybe they are looking for new business opportunity, and this is your way to introduce your business to them. So actually, I have got very many connections through the trade shows doing exactly that, talking to different booth owners, different business owners, and most of them have been very open to take a look what we have. And you can this way start the brand new market in a cold market, because this is completely cold market. You don't know these people who are coming to the trade shows. But because they're coming and because there is lots of them, it's very great way for you to build and grow your business and introduce your brand and your products. Now, what will be the suitable trade shows for us? Well, basically, almost any type of show would be all right. Depends what's your idea when you go to the trade show. Do you want to build the business, like promote the business, get new leads, new people joining your business, or you want to promote the brand and do the retail sales? But of course, if you're thinking doing promoting the brand, then of course the best trade shows are ones that have direct relations to our product lines. Like, for example, fashion and beauty expos. There is exactly by this name expos. that's ideal place to go, because all the other booths are having the similar products, beauty products, fashion products, or women's show. Like this is the biggest trade show in Canada actually, and the Toronto one is the biggest one. This year actually it got through like 84,000 people went through the show. So it's very, very large show, has many companies, many companies and products out there, and this is, and because it's called the Women's Show, of course, the majority of people visitors who attend the show are women, and because our products, well, we do have, of course, for both, but women are always more passionate about fashion and jewelry and beautiful designer goods, so this is absolutely ideal trade show to go. Of course, even gems and jewelry shows are good to go. Bridal shows, definitely, because as you know, we have one-of-a-kind bridal collection. No one carries 19-karat gold set with diamonds. We are the only ones. So who wouldn't like to have beautiful, exceptional quality, very exquisite 19-karat gold wedding ring? Anybody, every moment would love to have that. So of course, you know, for us it's very easy in these type of shows to promote our brand, our product, and the business. And of course, franchise and business shows are very good to promote the business side, because everybody who goes and comes to those trade shows, they are actually there. They are looking for business opportunity. So I know quite many of our members, our LCs, have attended quite many franchise and very successfully. And I have actually attending not as a booth owner there, but just as a visitor, quite a few of them, and have gone through many of those booths, people who have actually their own place there at the show, and had very good conversations and very good connections. So of course, like I said, this is just a sample. It depends what's in your area, what's available for you, and but these type of shows are definitely good ones to go. Now, like people often ask, where do I find out about the trade shows? Well, first of all, you can just Google. That's what, when I started, that's exactly what I did. I just went on Google and looked up the trade shows in Toronto, trade shows in Canada. You Google, and there is lots of sites, but I just put on this slide like few of the sites you can go, like biztradeshows.com/Canada, like this listing lists by months, by years, all kinds of trade shows what are in Canada. Then the other one, biztradeshows.com, BTS Top 100, this actually lists international trade shows. And that's actually, if you have members in other countries, a good thing to let them know what kind of trade shows are in their country. Actually, I had one of my downlines who was whole summer in Italy. So what I did, I went to this site, I looked up all the trade shows that are in Italy, and trust me, there were so many trade shows related to fashion, to jewelry. So we took out some really good ones, and she actually did go to some of them and found some good connections. And of course, you know, if you're in a smaller area, small place, you can look up just like what's in your city or in your community. And even in community calendars, they actually list all kinds of trade shows. Usually they're listed by months, by year, so you can just go through and see what's related to you, what you kind of feel would be a good one to go, and just contact the organizers and get going on that side. Now, what you have to find out, first of all, how many years have the trade show been around? So if you're looking for the new ones and you haven't attended before, you don't want to just go, okay, this is the show, I'm going to go and register yourself, pay your fee, and go. You want to do a little homework before you commit to the trade show. The good thing to do is to look up what, like, you know, exactly like how many years have it been, how successful it has been, how many visitors attended, like, let's say last season, last year, that specific show. What's the geographical target market, like, you know, what areas people are coming to the show demographics, and who are the people attending the show. Like some shows like list actually all that information, like individual, even like by individual annual income what these people have who are visiting these particular shows. What kind of profession, from what kind of profession people are coming, what's their education, what's their background, what age groups. All those things actually, many, like, when I booked and I was in charge this year's Women's Show when we went with the company and some LCs, and actually they were listing all this information on their information. So you actually can get all this information very easily and make a good choice just on that information you have. And always also find out if there is free advertising opportunities. There is definitely in most of the shows advertising opportunities where you don't have to pay. You can have all kinds of web links and banners here and there, and even listing on some of the programs. You just have to ask and find out that, because you do want to also advertise that your company or your brand is actually taking part in this trade show. And when people come, if they have read the information before, they already know that you are there. Now also what's very important, and this is actually the little map, actually it was huge, but it's the little on this screen, how this trade show was organized, how were the booths placed. And it's very important to find right location for your booth. And what I mean on the right, you want to find the place where there is biggest traffic, what is maybe like, close to some areas where there is constant traffic going through. The corner booths are always good because there is more space for you, and people go always around the corners to the other areas of the show space. Like in this map you see on the screen, we were actually in that area where it lists business career, like all that lilac color, and you see the little black square, that was actually stage. It was one of the stages at that show, and that's always good location to be close to the stage, because what happens on the stage, there are always, either on every half an hour or every hour, some kind of presentation, some kind of shows, and people come for those. There is always seating area, so if you're close to those areas or that area, people always, of course, once they have seen the presentation on the stage, come to all the surrounding booth, and we were right over there. So, like, of course, with our booth, I must say, every single trade show we have been, we never have a problem attracting people to our booth, because you know what we have. It's a glamour, it's a beauty, it's exciting. And our displays are always beautiful. We have actually opposite problem. Too many people are in the booth. We can't deal with all of them. And same time, the neighboring booths often are not very happy because they are maybe blocking their booth with our people and things like that. So we have got into that kind of trouble, that too many people in our booth and around our booth areas. But that's the good thing for us, right? So always make sure that you ask, how the booths are structured, how they are placed on the floor, and find the most suitable and most biggest traffic place for you. So now, once you have decided which shows you're going to go, you're going to contact the trade show organizer. And you're going to have to find out following things. And you really do have to find all of those things, like where's the venue, where are the dates, what the show times, what's the booth sizes, because not every trade show have the same size tables or booths. They could be 5 by 8, 5 by 10. Like, for example, this time we had double booth, beautiful, gorgeous, big booth. But every booth size, every trade show have different sizes. So you have to find out and see what's suitable and, of course, what you can afford. Also, of course, the fees, that's the most very important thing to find out. What's the deposit amount? Usually they always, when you acquire the information and fill the contract, they always ask for that some deposit. So you need to know how much is that, and you also need to know when is the final payment due date. And also what's included in the fee. Sometimes the trade shows give you just that 5 by 8 area, maybe some curtain dividing from one booth to the other, and that's all. but most of the times they do include some tables, some chairs, some curtains, some carpets, electricity outlets. It's very important. If you have the laptop, TVs, you need electricity. Is there an internet connection? You always have to find that out, and usually that is always special extra fee. Are there speaking spots? So especially if there are stage in a trade show, you do want to find out, are there speaking spots? Are they free of charge or you have to pay? How long are those speaking spots? What else can you do with that stage? And all those things. Also, you have to find out the setup time and dismantling time. When there is a big show like the women's show, usually the setup is day before the show, because once the show is happening, it usually starts early afternoon. There is no time to set up, and especially in the big shows where there are hundreds of exhibitors, the time is needed. So it's usually day before. Like for example, this year for the women's show, we had to go set up on Thursday, and we actually had a very specific timeline, just specifically for our company to be there for the setup. And also you need to know when is the dismantling time, how fast you have to get yourselves together and leave the area. Also about the parking. Some places have free parking, some places of course not. Most places are not. In a trade show in a Toronto Convention Center, as you know, there is a south wing and north wing, and both of them have their own separate parking areas. They are not free, but again, usually you can get a deal, you can get a discount if you book your ticket, your parking ticket ahead of time. Like I did this time, I actually booked a 4-day ticket. I did that way before because I knew year before I was a little bit late and I couldn't get any more in the north area because it was already all booked. In a big shows, people usually book early the tickets. And of course, the other thing, also the visitors are using parking lots. So if you don't have a ticket and prepaid ticket, you might gonna have to park far away. And if you have to carry something every day with you, it's not the best idea. And of course, you always, when you sign the contract, you read terms and conditions. There are clauses you might not gonna like and wanna find out exactly what they mean, but those things are important. So these are the things you have to find out from the show organizers. Once you have that, so you decide how many members your LC is going to participate. And why I'm talking about numbers, because usually when you go to the bigger show, like for example, I'm bringing out the women's show because this was just the last one, it's not cheap. The booth, this double booth was $3,500. Well, going alone, most people are not really willing to put out this money or can't even afford to put this money. So that's why we always do, we get number of people who are interested to attend the trade show, and then we divide just the cost between everyone, which of course becomes much more affordable for each person, and it's much easier to handle too. So instead of being there all day, we actually have the shifts, and you don't have to stand all 3 days non-stop. So then you of course tell everybody what's everybody's amount of the payment is per person, and you let them know about the due date when the payment has to be paid. So sometimes life happens and things change, and some people who actually on the beginning when you announced the trade show wanted to take part, but like I said, life happens, they can't come. So you have to put the deadline for payment not day or even week before the show, because if that happens, you have already calculated, let's say you have 10 people and now suddenly you have only 9, 8, or 7 people. So you want to find now new people to make sure that, you know, the amount of payment per person doesn't go up because you have less people now. So, but you need time to find the new people. So that's usually you put the deadline, you at least, 2 weeks before the show. So you know if somebody drops out, you can find the new people to replace that person. And then of course you make the schedule, like what we usually do, depending on the number. And again, you don't want to have also too many people, because that creates another problem. There is too many of us in the booth and there is not enough room for the visitors to come in. Plus it's just not good, if full booth is full of our own people. So what we usually have had like 5, 6, 7 people, it's quite reasonable number. 4 would be even nicer, but of course then the prices go up. But again, depends on the show. Maybe it's least expensive, so you can have it at 4 people. So you make the morning shift, afternoon shift, if it's very, very long days, you can even make the free shifts in a one day, like usually. But we have had just a 2 shifts, like the morning shift, afternoon. So it's usually 4.5 hours for each person each day. And then, of course, you also definitely will announce the meeting date that you're going to have with the whole group who's going to be attending. Because there may be some people who are brand new, who haven't never attended the trade show, so they need instruction. They need information, exactly like, how to get there, what to do there, like, and I'll go there a little bit later. So all those things you wanna go over, and mostly you wanna prepare them how they are going to be present themselves in a booth, and how are they going to be approaching the people, what are they going to be telling them. So you're definitely going to go through that part, so that when they go there, because usually that's the first thing, I never have been, I don't know what I'm going to be doing there, I don't know what to say. Well, you're going to have to go through that. And what we actually last time, and it has become very easy for us, because once we have the beautiful display out, like people come in even without us inviting them to the booth. But if they don't, or if they're just a little bit further away, all we really did, we were saying, like, have you heard about the ferry? And I must say, and I was so nicely surprised that many people actually said, yeah, I have. I have a neighbor who is actually in your company. Or somebody just gave me recently their business card. Or, yes, I have seen this catalog you have. They didn't know, like we call it the lookbook. So actually quite a few people knew, just from my personal connections who I had at this last trade show. So which is really nice. So very word is spreading around. People know more and more about our wonderful product lines and about our brands. Now, once you have your people, they know what they pay, everything is organized. Now you need to also organize your toolkit, because certain things you need to bring with you. Like certain things trade show will provide for you, but nitty-gritty and of course your own product, you need to bring yourself. So we, as running our GWT booth, what do we need? We definitely need black tablecloth, and we have beautiful, beautiful velvet tablecloth. So those definitely you won't use any tablecloths, but maybe some trade shows even provide. We want to have like a standard, beautiful looking tablecloth. Of course, you need some mannequins. You need some banners. We have many freestanding banners, but we also have hang-on backdrops. And usually they need little hooks. When you have those bigger banners, you need to have special hooks that you can hang on the rods, on the curtains that are behind or beside your booth. So you have to be prepared, those little hooks also. And of course, lately we have been promoting that, maybe we don't even need too much different products like what we're going to bring out, because it's duplicatable for everyone, to bring out just our FFA kit, 1 and 2. They are beautiful 10 pieces in each kit, and you don't need, even if you're new and have new people with you attending and you don't have mannequins and things like that, well, with FFA kit, you really don't even need that. We have our beautiful boxes, as you know, and you can make a very nice display just using that. Of course, you want to also show out some of the handbags and wallets, because we don't carry only jewelry, as you know, so we want to also show the other product lines. Now, I just put it out on the slide, some of the banners we have, so you can actually order and buy from your back office, from your promo site. They're beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous site, and it's so easy to decorate your booth with them. Especially this bridal one we had out this time, actually on our booth, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. Like, you don't have to say a word and people are coming to see what we have. There is more banners here, like, beautiful, beautiful designs, beautiful to look and very attractive. Now we also have like this set on the left side, you see the mannequins. Like, this is our newest mannequins. It's nice if you have the set, especially if you don't have anything else, just your FFA kit. So to have somewhere on the middle on the higher stand, one of the sets of this, especially if you have necklaces, would be nice to have. Also, what I often have used on the right side, you see our fairy bags. They are gorgeous decorations. You can put them somewhere on the side, on the back side of the tables, or whatever you have, hanging nicely like displaying the tissue paper. It's just gorgeous decoration to have, and we have them, why not to use. Now, this slide, you see, actually, we had a huge printed banner on in our booth, and it was really, really great when we invited people in our booth. This is the place where we took them first and just showed them all these celebrities, all this business magazine, all these jewelry editions, publications who actually have been writing about our company, about our products. We told them everything. We know all the exciting things, and I'm not going to go over because my presentation will go too long, but I can go on and on about this. So this definitely, if you're new, you should definitely learn about all these magazines and what they have been writing about us. And the beautiful thing, they are writing about us. It's not us asking and paying for this advertising. These magazines, these publications have actually approached our company and wanted to write about us, which is really, really beautiful thing to have. Then, of course, you also want to display some of the shades we have, tungsten pieces. You definitely need to have a laptop, and if possible, also the TV. Because what we did this time, we actually had two big TV screens, and one of the screen we had a non-stop running over fashion show video. It was very attractive, very beautiful backdrop to have. And of course, if you can connect the laptop to TV, it's on the bigger screen, it's much better. Now, you definitely need also the slideshows. And if you use the slideshow, the recommended one is either the Fairy Eats. As you know, that's from the TIFF events we have, or the fashion show. We have many slideshows, and I actually myself have made many slideshows when I do the home shows. I just play those shows, and people are just mesmerized. They're just looking and can't get enough. Of course, you want to have some music also in your booth, but again, it has to be something that's suitable for our product line, for our display. It can be some kind of hip-hop, very loud music. It just won't go. So it has to be nice and quiet, soothing, so that it complements our display. And if you have a space, then definitely nice also to have one side somewhere to display actually the celebrity magazines we have. Regard magazine, I actually ordered that when it came out from the States. I have, and everybody has been borrowing that magazine from me. But it's a beautiful magazine with gorgeous, gorgeous pictures displaying models wearing our product lines. The Viva magazine, of course, Preferred magazine, Successful Home Business. There are many, many, many different magazines. And I have most of them, and wherever I go, I usually always carry them with me anyhow. But if you have a trade show and you have a place to display them, and if you don't have a place to display, actually what I did this time, I had the Preferred magazine, where is our president's watches on the front cover, with me all the time. So I had my survey forms, and under the survey forms I actually had this magazine. So if I got really good conversation with some visitor, I actually showed them the actual magazine and talked more about our product. So these are nice tools to use. Viva magazine here again, as you know, we were the designer of the year in 2011. Brag about it. This is our company. These are our products. You want to tell everybody. Then, of course, the ballot box, because you are going to do the draw. You're definitely going to do the draw. And for the draw, people have to fill the survey forms or the ballots. So you need to have nice ballot box, and we always have gorgeous ballot box when people absolutely don't mind to drop their survey or ballot forms. You need a clipboard because you're going to be walking around. You have those survey forms. You can't have them in your hand. They're just pieces of paper. They will fall down. You can't write anything. So you definitely need a clipboard. We recommend like a smaller size, not the huge one, so it looks nice and goes again with our whole display. Lots of pens, because these are just walk away. When you give to somebody, often they just disappear. Of course, the lookbooks, I had many, many lookbooks with me, and with the people who I got really good connection, I gave them a lookbook. Of course, make sure that behind of the lookbook you have your contact information, because if you don't, well, how would they contact you, right? Mac packs and the other essentials like water. Once we actually collected from everybody some small amount of money and bought many cases of water, so it's a long day there, and trade shows, when they sell the water, it could be from $3 to $5, so you don't want to spend extra money just buying water or some little snacks, so you can bring them with you, because we didn't have, and usually it's not recommended that you bring too many items in your booth. You don't want a crowd, you really don't want to show anything else beside your beautiful displays, so we recommend it for everybody to leave all their big bags and especially even their little snacks if they made in the car, so when they had a break time, they went there and had their snacks or whatever else they had to bring with them. And the breath mints, and why I write that, because you're going to be talking to lots of people, and if you have been eating maybe something with onion or garlic, you want to have pleasant breath when you're close to the other people, so definitely thing not to forget to bring with you. Sewing kit, nice idea. You can maybe lose button, maybe you rip the skirt, picking up something, pads, packing tape, Band-Aids, aspirin. Some people might get headache being in a big crowd and a big noise all the time. And camera, don't forget the camera. You do want to take pictures of your booth, of the people, of the surroundings, because once the event is over, you want to blast these pictures all over the Facebook, the Twitter, the social media, wherever you are in. Send to your friends, show them, hey, look, I was just in the trade show, look at our beautiful booth we had. Definitely needed item to have. Extension cords, facial tissue, you might want to be crying, getting so happy there, or being so tired. Glass cleaner and paper towels, bring them. If you have a display cases where there is anywhere glass, you need to clean them. We had this time and it became very handy having them with us. And of course, duct tape. It actually has easily 101 uses just at the trade show itself. And the right cables to connect the laptop to displays and the TVs. It has happened that you have your laptop and you have the TV and you don't have the right cable connection, so you are in trouble. Make sure you check that, you know what kind of laptop you have, what kind of TV, what connections are the right, and always check them before the show. This time we went actually with Sanas Thursday when the display was actually done, and made sure that we had everything was connected properly and worked properly. What to wear at the trade show? Now, because we are luxury fashion designer house, we have to present our image, our product line, our business. So business attire is very appropriate. Black outfit is recommended. It doesn't have to be necessarily, but it's recommended. You can have a skirt or pants, jacket, little blouse with a woman under. It's nice to have. And definitely you want to wear fairy jewelry. I had many pieces on me, and this is my billboard. This is my advertising tool. I don't even have to approach anybody. When people see my jewelry, they always come and ask, where did you get it? How beautiful. And you make sure you have comfortable shoes, because you're going to be standing. You cannot sit down at the trade shows. You have to be standing, you have to be walking around, you're going to be talking to people, and if you have uncomfortable shoes, you're going to be in pain. And when you're in pain, you're not happy, and when you're not happy, you're not smiling, and you don't want to talk to people, and you can't afford that. So make sure you have comfortable shoes. Now, this is the setup of our last trade show. As you can see, this is really professionally done, gorgeous setup. This time we actually hired professional company. Company was so nice, actually, our GWT company, and paid for it. It was not cheap, but as you can see, this is gorgeous display we had. So this is just the map of the display we had, how they were planning to set up for us. And this is the before we actually finished all the decoration and all the setup. So as you can see on the right side, we had two freestanding display cases with a glass on the top. We had two TV screens on the back. We had a beautiful banners on both sides on the middle. This is a little bit closer of the banner and the two TVs we had. And we had another freestanding with a glass top on the other side. And we had actually the beautiful cover from all those freestanding banners with the company name and logo on it. And this is now how it looked like when we had everything set up with the jewelry and everything else. As you can see, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous booth we had. It was red carpet. It was also provided by that company who set it up for us. We hanged all our beautiful banners and all the jewelry displays, and the place really looked very professional and very, very beautiful. Now this is a little sample of the display we had with our FFA kit. So as you can see, there is no mannequins. We just used the boxes we had. They were actually inside one of those glass tops on the freestanding banner, and we had a home branding party booklet on the back and the lookbook, and it's a little bit shines on this picture, but it really looked very, very stunning and beautiful. Now this is the other display case we have. As you see now here, we are actually using some mannequins, and of course it's a gorgeous, gorgeous display of some tungsten rings, bracelets, some shades we also had out. There is another showcase with our mannequins. As you can see, different types of mannequins, hand, where you can put the rings on, bracelets on, beautiful mannequin with this gorgeous, gorgeous necklace, and there is another few mannequins. This is actually taken closer the same showcase we had. There is one more showcase. So as you can see, gorgeous, gorgeous displays, very tastefully done. Now this actually is from the other trade show, and I believe this is from the last year's women's show. We didn't have the professional company coming with their furniture and things, so we actually had our own table displayed, and as you can see, it's a gorgeous table. We had mannequins, so when you use mannequins, then you always have to put them strategically. What you put under the tablecloth, actually some risers, so they are not all of the same level. What I usually use, it's like a plastic shoe cases. So they're sturdy enough, strong enough to hold the mannequins and the jewelry. But if you elevate different levels, it always product become more visible, and of course it looks much, much nicer also. Now this picture actually I took at the Montreal when we had the Montreal official lunch there, but the ladies had a beautiful showcase done. I took the picture and I said, well, this also could be display case for the trade show. As you can see, there is no mannequins, only the jewelry boxes are used, but we have some banners, some our bags on the table, and some those gift bags you see on the back, and it's absolutely gorgeous table. So you can set up this way too. And I added just today, this morning, because I just saw a wonderful BC ladies had a, I am not sure if it was a trade show or home show or some display, but again, it could be perfectly on the trade show. You see freestanding banner on the back, few smaller banners on the table, and again, as you can see, most of the jewelry is displayed in the cases. But because our cases are so gorgeous, it's absolutely not bad way to do the display. So what you do during the show? Well, first of all, you invite visitors inside the booth. And most of the cases, we really don't even have to invite people, because when they walk by our booth, seeing our gorgeous displays, they come in by themselves. But if they don't, you definitely make point to invite them, just asking, have you heard about the ferry? Come inside our booth, take a look at our gorgeous product lines we have. Once they are in, of course, then you introduce them to the product lines and company. You're not going to do the tour there for them if they're there just a few minutes, but just a short information that we are Canadian company, we are Canadian designer fashion house. We carry gorgeous products. We have something no one else in the entire industry carries, like 19 karat, 21 karat gold set with gemstones and diamonds. That celebrities are actually going gaga about our product lines. Just things like that to give more interest and more positive things about our company. And of course, you always engage people to fill out the ballot and the survey forms. And the easiest way to do that, if you have some, like people can feel, so they're going to win something. And what we actually had this time, and we actually have had that few times used, has been very, very successful way to have people filling the ballots with no problem at all. We had a gorgeous display of our President's watch in one of the display stands, and we were telling everybody we have a little game here today. This watch has many diamonds on it, so we are asking you to guess how many diamonds are on this watch. If you guess correct, you're going to win one of the beautiful fairy product lines we carry. And most 99% people didn't mind at all to fill that ballot, and some people went actually great length and calculations. Some people took, believe it or not, even out calculators to calculate, and they were counting, you know, those diamonds. And actually quite a few people came very close. There were only, I believe, 2 people who guessed exact number of the diamonds, but it was a great game and easy way to attract the people and to ask them to fill the ballot, because what the ballot becomes, it becomes your lead. It becomes your follow-up person to go for. And of course, in that way also, when you invite them to do something like that, you start the conversation with them and you establish that like and trust you need to establish the person, because remember, the people gonna join your business because of you, not because of the company or the product, even if the company is perfect and the product is gorgeous. But on the end of the day, it's really connection with you what they have got. And once that like and trust is established, it's much easier to show them the business and make them feel the same what you feel. And of course, you engage the people to participate. It's either the lucky draw or a spin the wheel or count the diamonds, whatever you decide to do in your particular show. Find a way that people will willingly to fill that survey form for you, and that becomes your lead, and that's what you're really on the end of the day looking for, right? Now this is our survey form. As you can see, beautifully done survey form, and it has all the information you're going to need to follow up with that person. We ask person to fill their name, their phone number, even like daytime and evening number, their email, and a little bit feedback who they are. Like, are they currently working? Are they working part-time, full-time? Have you ever thought about adding additional income to their current income? Have they ever thought about operating home-based business? And would they be interested triple or double their income without affecting what they are doing presently? And also, what is the good contact time to contact them? It's like what day, or is it morning, afternoon, evening? So most of the people filled out entire survey form. All the surveys I got this time, there were very few who didn't fill the branding, like a feedback part. But most of the people were willing to write and give you that information. And that, of course, when you follow up, now becomes your previous knowledge about the person you're going to be talking about. Now, also, what I always recommend if you get with somebody really good connection, you make sure when the person is gone, you write on the other side of the survey form whatever you can remember from that person, like was she with friend, or was she with relative, or was it mother and daughter, you know, what is her occupation, you know, is she really like, you know, very interested on the product, or she's really looking for the business. Write those little points down, so once you get that survey form back, it's easy for you when you contact the person to get the conversation going. And as you can see on the right side, there is also the spot when they had to put that number, then guessing like how many diamonds were on that watch. So it's a good game, good thing to do, and very easy to get the lead. Now this is now the booth with some of our LCs at this recent women's show, and as you can see, it was just before we opened, so there was not really visitors yet. We just started to get ready ourselves, because once the show started, it was so full of people, it was impossible even to get any picture, to get any display vision on the back. And this is not the good quality picture, but I took it because it, as you see on the stand, there is our Fairy President watch, and that's what we use for people to come and count those diamonds. Now this is, as you can see on this one, this is we used a few years ago. And it was spin the wheel. So we were asking people to spin the wheel. Wherever it stopped, it said, like, you know, did they get, like we actually that time had, Janet Beaver was actually so nice. She ordered, we had a beautiful, like a carry-on bags with they were black bags with a beautiful fairy logo on the front. And we had lots of them. Just paid a little bit extra, but it was a nice thing to have, and so everybody who stopped on a certain spot on the wheels actually got that bag. And we have few other smaller goodies too, so that was a great crowd attractor, and we had actually line-up standing people wanting to do that spin and see if they can fill. And also same time, we asked everybody to fill that survey form. So again, it was a great way also for us to generate the leads. Now, once the trade show is over, you are maybe tired, but I'm telling you, it's definitely worthwhile to go to these trade shows, because you do generate lots of leads. So what we usually did on the end of each shift, we divided those leads equally between every person who attended that time slot. And of course, after that, it was everybody's duty to make sure that they will follow up now. And I cannot stress enough how important is that follow-up, because if you don't, all your work actually was worth nothing, except you were participating at the trade show and maybe had some good time, but you're really there to build your business, to find new business partners, to sell the product, to find the customers for your retail sales. So you got to follow up. And you have to be persistent, and you have to do it right away. You cannot wait a week and 2 and months, because after a few weeks, people don't remember anymore. Of course, for us, this time it was easy. Everybody I called, and when as soon I mentioned, remember we had the game and you were counting the diamonds on the watch, everybody remembered. So that was the good thing for us to have, because really people remember that thing. But even if it's that, people can go on with their lives, like they forgot that they visited the show, and they forgot all the beautiful products they had, and so on, because life is happened. So you wanna follow up. If you don't get hold of the people, I've been actually also leaving now right away the messages. It used to be I called. If I didn't get hold of the person right away, I didn't leave the message first time. Now I have been leaving messages. And believe it or not, people have been calling me back because I'm leaving them the message. Thank you for visit. You're like, I'm calling from Fairy Designer Lines. My name is so-and-so. If you remember, we met at the Women's Show. You came to visit our booth. We had this game. You counted the diamonds. Unfortunately, your count was not correct, but I still would like to give you $200 gift certificate towards our gorgeous product line. Why, just give me a call, please, so we can I can tell you how you can redeem it. Easy as that, and people called me back. Lots of people called me back. I have had appointments. I still have appointments coming up. So you do have to follow up, and sooner the better. You also, of course, definitely have to contact the winners, because we did a draw, somebody did win, somebody did count the correct number of diamonds, so you have to notify them, and it's always then good to invite them to the showroom, because first of all, of course, they can see our gorgeous showroom and the rest of the product lines. At the same time, we always make a point that we do present to the winner the item we are giving them front of the crowd. So it usually we like invite people on Wednesday nights when we have biggest crowd, big corporate, like a tour presentation there, and it's exciting. People get exciting, and before you know, they become your business partners. Now, this is actually our showroom picture, and I put it out because if there are anybody on this webinar who haven't been on our showroom yet or in other country altogether, you can see some of the pictures of our gorgeous, gorgeous showroom. So it's everybody, and I myself definitely will feel very proud to invite people to our gorgeous showroom and show them what we have. And this is actually the text I just told you already, what I've been telling to the people. Like, you know, I've been actually, so like, I'll go just one more time quickly. Like, hello, my name is Riga. I'm actually calling from Fairy Designer Lines. We met at the trade show, and you say, like, was it yesterday, a few days ago, a week ago? You visited our booth and filled the ballot. If you remember, we had a game. People were counting how many diamonds our watch had. You know, unfortunately, your guess was a little off. You guessed, and I actually told them the number they guessed, because maybe they even remember themselves. So it actually brings more credibility that I truly looking at their ballot box. But actually, the number was on that watch is 342. But I still would like to give you the $200 gift certificate towards our gorgeous product lines. I said, thank you for just visiting our booth. When would be the good time for you to come and visit our showroom? And we are in Richmond Hill, so I can show you the rest of our product lines and also explain how you can redeem your $200 gift certificate. Would daytime or evening be better for you? I have some openings on Monday and Wednesday. Which day is better for you? So if you're in Toronto, then I would recommend, especially after this kind of show, to invite them to the showroom. Of course, if you're in another city or people in another city, like quite few people who I found, they were not in Toronto, they were in Oshawa, they were in Ajax, a little bit too far to travel. Then I said, okay, can we make appointment online so I can show you our product lines and tell you about our company, and you can redeem your gift certificate online. So whatever is the situation, use your judgment. Can't invite if they're far away, right? But this is kind of sample text you can use to follow up with the people you met at the trade show. And there are a few lovely ladies with me at the last trade show. We had lots of fun. It was really, really great show. As you can see, there is lots of people visiting our showroom at this picture. This is actually another display from another trade show. Again, could be done just a simple table displayed with our products. And I just put a few more pictures from the previous trade shows. This time with Susan Miller, my lovely business partner. Another picture with Susan and Errol Trench and one of the trade shows. And another picture, as you can see, we also have these type of banners you can just hang. You can see those little hooks on the tops. You can just put it on up, and it right away decorates your booth very nicely. And to finish my little presentation, to experience really successful trade show, you must like people. And you must like lots of people at the trade show, because there is going to be lots of people, and you want to talk as many as possible. You cannot be shy. You cannot stay back and hope that everybody else will speak for you. You have to be there out. You have to smile and talk to lots of people. And you also have to be okay if some people don't want to talk to you. You have to remember, lots of people come, then maybe they have limited time there, maybe they are just coming to see specific booth or for specific item, or maybe they're just unfriendly and don't want to talk to everybody. There are all kinds of people, so you have to be prepared and not to be upset if somebody you approach don't want to talk to you. And you also have to be a good listener and good conversation starter. and definitely show your passion about your product and your business. If you are passionate and it shows, people feel it, it's easy to talk to people. You also have to put up with quite a bit and be able to willing to stand 4, 5, 6, maybe sometimes even 8 hours at a time. That's why I mentioned you need a good shoes. You have to be able to smile a lot, even if it hurts on the end of the day, your face. You have to smile, and you have to be good listener and a good conversation starter. You have to be willing to be an ambassador for your company, your business at all times. And remember, everything you do on trade show floor, and I really mean everything, is a reflection on your organization, your business, and your brand. So act professional, be enthusiastic, smile, be happy. People will want to talk to you, and when they talk to you and when they find out about our amazing company and absolutely out of this world product lines, they will eventually, if not today and tomorrow, they eventually will come and take another look and join your business. So that's our happy group finishing the trade show, and that is also end of my presentation. Thank you so much, and I hope you got some little tips to have a great next trade show.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was amazing, Annalie. Thanks so much. That was an amazing, powerful training, Annalie. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard, many of us got started in global world trade. We heard about this opportunity from a trade show. So this training was definitely needed for us to learn from a lady who's been doing a lot of trade show, being in the business. So Annalie, thanks so much for sharing your wisdom and your knowledge and your experience with us. We've been taking so much notes. So I know from now on we're all going to go out and we're going to book a lot of trade shows and we're going to build this business. So that was really, 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 really good. So at this time, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest, as I said before, and we have some very, very special, exciting announcements to be made. So our guest is it's no one other than our own CEO, the GWT founder and visionary, Mr. Rumin Mesgerlu. This man who was a self-made millionaire at the age of 25, he has over 22 years experience in the industry, and he's been featured as one of the top 3 experts when it comes to creating and writing compensation plan by businessforhome.org. And so we have him here. This gentleman, he created over 14 millionaires in the world, and his vision is to create 1,000 millionaires in the world from global world trade. So that's a big vision. So it's an honor and pleasure to have him on the call, and he's going to go through some announcement. Let me just check if I can change the screen. Rumin, do I have you on the call? Let me see. Rumin, do we have you on the call tonight? All right, let me double check if Rumin's microphone works properly. Rumin, do we have you on the call?
Hi, I'm right here.
Perfect. So you can hear me, and you can see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Let's, well, we are excited. We had an amazing boot camp yesterday, so we're excited to hear about the announcement tonight.
Terrific. So can you just open up the full slide? And first of all, congratulations, Annalie. Lots of tips, fantastic ideas, great presentation, nice delivery. I'm proud of you. This is the type of presentation that you're going to get on Sunday nights and on Tuesday nights. You want to make sure you don't miss it. Now, last week I talked a lot about our compensation plan compared to the industry average, industry norm, hence our monumental advantage in our performance stats over other companies. Now, this week we're going to talk about our incentive packages, because our incentive packages are just as impressive as it is as our compensation plan. Now, tonight we're going to release our rewards and recognition program. And initially we launched the Launchpad, which took you to Ambassador. And you saw the monumental bonuses there, $21,000. You can get that within 30 days. And this goes beyond Ambassador. It goes right to regional, national, and global ambassador. So we're going to release that here tonight. So you can pick and choose your favorite, incentive and start advertising it, start going on Facebook and start putting targets and sharing it. And tell you a little bit about, again, our incentive program compared to industry average. This should be, I'm going to zip through this in 10 minutes, so we're not going to take very long. Now, Maria, I'm assuming you're going to start clicking for me, and so if you can just get to the first slide, please.
Do you have this slide right now?
There it is. Okay. So after ambassador, you become a regional ambassador. So we call that RA. To become, we're not going to go into the terms how to get there, because you can always read it and study it, get together with your My5, and they can help you right through this. All right. So, but we want to say what you're going to get once you become a regional ambassador. You've been seeing that we've been releasing them every couple of weeks. Now, before Launchpad, we had one in the first 7 years. Since Launchpad in August, actually it's in September, we have released 3. We have confirmed 1 more, which is 4, and we have 2 more that are now, they've submitted their forms, and now we're being verified. So imagine, we already have 4 regional ambassadors, and 2 more are being verified right now. And once you become a regional ambassador, the main thing of this is that you're going to get a 7-day, 5-star vacation with the corporate team, with other qualifiers, in one of the most exciting places in South America. So we're going to be in Panama, 7-day resort. We're going to do a little bit of training, lots of bonding, and basically 7 days of fun, great food, and relaxing. So that is the next port for regional ambassadors and people like our very first lady, Sherry Zhao. We got Renee Leo, of course. We have the Reza Mezgarluk. These are already confirmed. We have, like I said, there is 1 more that's confirmed. We're not going to announce it yet. And 1 more we're being verified right now. So we already have 4 qualifiers for this event. And anyone can get there, by the way, within 6 months. It's not hard to get. The qualifying for this is not that hard. Basically 16 people that are on IA, only 30,000 points, a few cycles a month. It's not hard to get here. The vacation is set for next May, which means anyone on this call right now can set their target to make sure they are on that resort in Panama with us. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and start working. And it's $3,000 package. So doesn't matter where in the world you are. The $3,000 will cover basically the accommodation as well as even for your flight. So it's not like some companies where you have to get there and you get your accommodation for free. It covers everything, flights and your accommodation up to $3,000. Now the next level after this. Now aside from the vacation, you also, if you go to the next slide, Maria. Aside from the accommodation, you're also going to get what we call international recognition bundle. All this means that we're going to make you a hero. You're going to get a whole bunch of goodies like special business cards, and special meetings and dinners with corporate teams over in your city. You're going to get these called the special conference calls and so on. So again, you can read this yourself, sit with your My5, and set this part of your targets to get there within the next 6 months. After regional ambassador, we call that the life of the elite. You enter the life of luxury. And this is where the car program comes in. The luxury car program comes in. Again, you can go through the qualifications. It's not that hard. And what we're talking about here is that, you've heard us say this over and over again. We don't want to put up car programs like other companies that's going to hurt you, which means you work really hard, you qualify for 1 month, you get a car payment. Next month, you don't get qualified for it, and now it's costing you money for the next 3 to 5 years. I've seen car programs ruin credits, taking people to bankruptcy. That's how every other car program works. So when other car companies say, we have a car program, understand it's not a car program, it is a car payment program that they have. So when you qualify, you're going to get a car payment for that month. We don't believe in that. When you qualify for Global Wealth Trade, you're going to get a real car program, prepaid for 18 months, up to $1,000 a month. And we have the best luxury brands out there, from Porsche to Range Rover to BMW to Mercedes. You can have that sports car, convertible sports car, or you can have that SUV that you always wanted. And so this is at an NA level, national ambassador level, and it's not, again, that hard to get there. But what's really cool about this is that once you qualify for it, it's prepaid for 18 months. You don't have to worry about next month. Now it's costing you money. Understand the difference. What we offer, what everyone else offers. In fact, I will tell you this right now. No other company who has so-called car programs actually has ever given out a car, period, ever. Nobody has a car program. They call it a car program. It's not a car program. It's a car payment program where you qualify for it every month. So you know what? I would, if you want to do something like this, just go get a car tomorrow then, and build your business. And when you get your paycheck, and pay for it. If you don't get a paycheck from the company, if you don't get commissions, then you pay for it. Essentially, that's what everyone else is offering. With us, our car program is over and above your commissions. Other companies, your car program is your commissions. So that's where the major difference between what we offer, what they offer. Now, if you don't drive, and some people that brought this up in the past, if you don't drive, next slide please, or if you already have your dream vehicle that you're very happy with, we have what's called Ferry Marsh Club. You can actually say, you know what, Ramin, we don't want the luxury car program, but we always want that dream Ferry Marsh. And of course, we know Ferry Marsh is the most collectible jewels on the planet. And if you listen to CNN, Ali Welsh, she said it. You want to buy jewelry, and you want to make sure the higher the carat, the more collectible it is. Well, we know the world starts at 18K. We start at 19K. So you can say, no, Ramin, I'm going to take my Ferry Marsh piece valued at $36,000. $36,000. Now, we're going to give you the ring 9 months after you've qualified. We want to make sure that we don't make the ring and the term doesn't conclude. So you can have this option. No other company again offers that. No other company offers that, because if they're selling shakes or vitamins or whatever, you don't need more product in your basement. We have products that people actually do want. So if the electric car program is something that you're not interested in, and we had a few inquiries about that, then Ferry Marsh is something that's of interest to everybody. So again, you can read that, and outside the Ferry Marsh program, again, or the car program, you're going to get the international recognition bundle. It's a little bit more elaborate than what for the original ambassador. If you go to the next slide, and again, it is a prepaid plan for 18 months. Now we know once you start enjoying your luxury car, it's you don't want to get out after 18 months. We understand that. And by the way, luxury car programs even feel better when someone else pays for it, and you don't have to pay for it. So the way this program works is perfect. You qualify for the first 18 months. It's an 18-month lease, so you can give it back. So you're not going to get hurt by it, but we know you're going to love your car too much. While you qualify for the next 18 months, within those first 18 months term, you can actually re-qualify for the second term, for the next 18 months. And the second qualification is actually a lot easier than the first one. Because it combines. So again, the information is there. Get together with your My5 and go over it. It's not a difficult program. And once it's there, it's yours. And we love democracy here in Global Wealth Trade. You can have it in any color you want as long as it's black. Because, again, I think black is a really nice business call. So at National Ambassador, we call that enter the world of luxury. And the last level of the company, we call it Global Ambassador, which is experience the life of exotic. No other company on the planet is offering you this, what we're giving you right now. Basically, you get your choice. You qualify for this, you get your choice of 3 luxury icons, which is, it could be a Rolls-Royce, could be a Bentley, or it could be an Aston Martin. Again, you can read this, go with your My5, sit down, plan for it, and you can achieve this. It's very much achievable. And if, next slide please, if again, in one of those situations that you're not sure if you want a car program, or by that time once you're a global ambassador, maybe you're already driving your Phantom, you don't need another one, then you can search that for the Ferry Marshal or Ferry President Club program, where you can get your dream Ferry Marshal or that Ferry President customized to you for retail value of $90,000. $90,000. And the exotic car program is basically $2,500 a month. And it comes again with an international recognition bundle, more elaborate than the previous one. So if you want to go to the next slide, but again, the information, the details are all there. And again, there is a requalification program in place as well. So after 18 months, who wants to give up a gorgeous, James Bond car on your display? You want that on your driveway. Well, while you qualify for Term 1, you can actually, from day 1, start qualifying for Term 2, which is, again, much easier than the original term. So we want you to keep that car. And we want you guys driving around in your black Range Rover, Mercedes, Astons. We want to come to a point that every time in the city a black, luxury, beautiful car comes along with a special GWT logo somewhere tastefully put on the car, people know that is a luxury consultant of Global Wealth Trade. So you have these options. No other company in the world gives you these options, gives you these incentives. These real incentives, we call them true incentives. So this is where what's called the Reward and Recognition Program. Get together with your My5 and start planning how to get there. Now, other companies, they don't have these type of incentives. So they try to create somehow the hype. They want to come up with gimmicks that resembles these type of things, but it's not real. Some of the guys I've seen maybe on the internet, there's a lot of people holding big checks, and make it look like they received that check, but if you really zoom into the check, you'll find out on the left-hand side on the bottom it says not an actual check. Reflects potential earnings over time. Ridiculous. It reminds me of 20 years ago when I was on the field and companies give up big car keys that you never actually got the car. It was a big car key for you to target. It was a target for you to shoot for. Well, any one of you on the call can go right now, get yourself a huge check, write on a million, any number you want, million, 10 million, 50 million, and, showing it off all over the internet and saying, but on the bottom, by law, you have to, if it's not an earning, you have to actually say what it is. So, hence, it says not an actual check, potential earning. But unfortunately, a lot of people will get deceived by this. This is what's going on outside. This is a lot of smoke and mirror going on with other companies. There are some unethical people that will write stories. They make 6 figures in 3 months where the check is actually $1,000 a month, and they validate a fake check. They try to validate the lie with a fake check. At the end of the day, we don't do things. Now, I'm not against checks, by the way. I just want you to know that. I think if you've made the money, it's good to advertise it. I think people should know there's a lot of money to be made in this industry. There's a lot of good companies out there. They have good incentive programs. They're tough, but there are people out there have good incentive programs, and they're honest about it. But there's companies out there, it's full of smoke and mirrors, and you really don't know it's like an illusion. And so we have to be watching for those. And like a fake check all over the internet, pretending that you've received it, but you haven't, but pretending that you have. And I believe if you're going to do a fake check, if you're going to do a check, it should be real. It should not be based on what is the potential, because every company, 80 million distributors from 2,000 companies, they can all create a check, take a number, and put their name on it and put it on the internet. It looks like they got it. They didn't. I don't believe that should be, that's deceiving. I think it's those type of things that's hurt our industry. If you are going to show a check, I think it should be an actual earning, which you've actually done, not a potential earning. It makes absolutely no sense to create a check on potential. That's a compensation plan. Anyone can do that. So if we've done checks in Global Wealth Trade in the past, when somebody won big trips or IA points, and recently yesterday on the boot camp, we decided to issue 2 more large checks. And if you're going to issue a check as a company, I think it should look something like this. Mario, if you can click on the next slide. Okay, so can you just show us the checks, and then we get back to this afterwards? So if you've been on Facebook, you notice that this Renee and Reza came on the stage yesterday at the jam-packed boot camp that we had, and they were given their checks. Now, again, no, it's $1 million check, and it's look on the bottom. There's no fine print, but the print does say the details of exactly what it is. $1 million in 27 months, $1 million in 4 years, and it says actual earnings, not a potential or possibilities or none of that stuff. I think if a company is going to issue a big check and they go, if you're going to go flaunt it, it should look like this: actual earnings, and not some smoke and mirror approach to try to deceive people. So we're excited about that. Obviously, Reza's earnings are much higher than that, but we just wanted to be able to see million is a good number. You can get to 7 figures, and it took him 27 months. One of the most, one of the best you can find in the industry. The speed that it was done because of the free flowing plan. So you can take this and put it online. If we decided to issue checks, like say for $500,000, for people who earn $250,000, people who earn $100,000, people who earn $50,000 or $25,000, we have hundreds of these checks floating all over the internet, different people. And you know what? It's been suggested that we should do that. There's a lot of people who've made a lot of money with us, and other companies flaunt a potential. We should at least flaunt actual, like they are. So in any event, it's exciting for you guys. You can take this, put it on your Facebook, let people see, what has already been done in our industry. So I want to congratulate Reza. I want to congratulate Renee. I want to congratulate all the other people who've earned $500,000, $250,000. We have people who've done that, $100,000, $150,000. There's plenty of people who have done that. And you know what? We may just decide to create some checks for them as well. Again, when GWT releases an incentive program, when we release a compensation, when we release a check, it's all real. It's actual. We don't go based on hypothetical. And sometimes, and because how we do things, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to get there. For example, a car program, it's not as easy as other companies. The reason why it's not is because it's a real car program. It's not a car payment program. There's two separate things here. But again, I don't believe in releasing something that is potentially will hurt you. Hence, we do it the way we do it. And I think we've done well after 8 years. We have the most respectable reputation in the industry. In fact, in the last article, businessforhome.org, as well as Network Marketing Business Journal, they both said that how our company is improving the industry's image and reputation to the world media. We do that because it's a real business, real company, real incentives, real commissions, and real people. So to close the call tonight, I want to introduce to you one of the most exciting and most costliest incentives I have ever released in global wealth trade, period, ever. Like it is literally, it's nothing we've released, including the car program or the Furry March, has been this costly to us. That said, we want to do it, and it's only one time. So it will not be extended past December the 15th. So it's important that you understand this and make sure you pass on to everybody. November 15th starts, December 15th it will end. When we launched the Launchpad for the new people, we know it was a major hit because over 100 people have taken advantage of those free upgrades and free products. So, and it's wonderful. It's generated a lot of volume for the existing LCs, the uplines, people, checks have got doubled and quadrupled. Wonderful. But we constantly get tickets like, what about the other 10,000 people? Can you put, we keep hearing people saying, that, I want to re-sign again, even though they joined like 3 years ago, they're already a diamond. And it's great. I mean, when you have an incentive that everybody loves so much, it's, it's a success. So we decided, one time only, 1 month, because it's literally the Launchpad, the Diamond Challenge, the $4,500 of free product. It completely depleted every cent of profit you will have had for the company. It's really a lost leader for the company. So, but you know what? It generates a lot of volume for our LCs. Our checks are going up. It generates a lot of momentum. It's a major success. The program works. We consider a lost leader because company on those diamonds don't make any money. So what we're going to do, we're going to offer you the same thing for the first time. This is for everybody now. The new people already have this. If you joined over the last 30 days, you already have this, plus your 30-day challenge. Now for people who joined in 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, people who didn't get the Launchpad before September the 1 this year, here's your chance to get to Diamond by December the 15th and take advantage of the same double IA program that the Launchpad offers to the new person. That's right. You can get from silver, from a retailer, from a plankstone of gold to a diamond. If you buy it, you're going to get the exact same bonuses that the new person gets when they join. If you go next slide, Maria. And so here it is. So there's two ways you can do this. One of them is basically you can refer people to Diamond over the next 30 days. And when you do that, it says product bonuses on the right-hand side. Refer others. Those are the type of bonuses you get. If you purchase your upgrade package from silver or even retailer or plankstone of gold to a diamond over the next 30 days, you'll see the middle column. This is product bonuses. Purchase upgrade package. You're going to get those bonuses if you purchase the upgrade. Now, if you had got a free upgrade already, and many of you have, by sponsoring people, say for example you were silver and you sponsored 2 people that brought you to Plankstone. Well, when you buy your upgrade package, it's not from Plankstone because you didn't buy the product. You basically got a free upgrade. We give you have to buy your upgrade package from the package you originally purchased, not the free upgrade that you received after that. You don't have to worry about the details right now, and you can give it your My5 and submit your questions. We don't want to stay here too late tonight, but here's your opportunity. The same opportunity that a brand new person has, and they've been feasting on it. Now here's your opportunity for everyone. It's the other 10, 11,000 people. Can you imagine the cost, the investment that a company making into this? But it's the best thing for you. It's a great opportunity for you. December 16th, it's over. So don't call us a day, 2 days afterwards. You have right now, even a little bit more than a month to get it done, get the word out, make sure that everyone in your team knows. In addition to this, we are offering now free admission to the office if you happen to be in the GTA area for the next month. So if I were you, and I lived in the GTA area, I would call everybody in my team since the day I started. I would meet with them at the office because it's free admission now for the whole month. Have a coffee with them and bring them up to date on the Launchpad and all these new incentives. And a lot of these people will become active, they upgrade, and you won't be cycling, you'll be motorcycling. That's how fast. I could see $10,000 checks people going from 0 to $10,000 checks this month on this alone because there's a lot of CVs happening. The companies invested heavily into this. People will go diamond just because they want the $4,500 worth of free product. In addition to that, we're doing branding parties over the next 4 weeks at our world headquarters every Thursday. And this is wonderful. Again, if you're in the GTA area, you want to make sure you call your neighbor, friend, cousins, people who normally would not come to a tour. Don't invite them to a tour because it's not a tour. Basically, what you're going to say is that there's a branding party at Ferry Gallery, and it's for members only. You have access. You're going to go take a look at some products for your spouse. Christmas is coming up, and let's go have a drink. And basically, they're coming for a designer experience and not to see a presentation. It's important because if you want to get them to see a presentation, some of them may not show up. Just say you're going shopping, you're going window shopping, you're going to take a look at the latest designs, you're going to have a coffee and take a look at what Ferry's offering every Thursday, 7:30. And what you're going to see is that people will just come because who doesn't like to go to designer mall and shop, or at least window shop? That's what it is. Everybody will come unless you're telling them to come and see a tour. Of course, when they come in, our building is designed for impact. Everybody will drop their jaws. They have a lot of questions. And for those people, there's always boardrooms. You can go and show them the video. The latest video that we just released, fantastic. But to get people there, you're not bringing them to see a tour. You're bringing them over there to see. There's a branding party at Ferry headquarters, and you're there looking at some products for yourself or your spouse. So, and that's it. And the last thing I want to bring up is that because of all these free bonuses that we've been giving up as of last month, which was October the 1st, Ferry Marsh is not a product that we've ever made money on. We know that. It's a loss leader for us. But Fromage is obviously the most popular luxury jewelry in the world. Or even though it's not even officially launched, our club members at Fromage are almost 200 members right now. So, well, we're giving them all these free products. We cannot obviously have people use these products, the free bonuses, towards the Fromage purchase as of October the 1st. Although we did make a couple of exceptions. You can only use your IA points for only 50% of the purchase. You can't buy Fromage, for $20,000 using all your IA, because we're giving away a lot of free IA points, and obviously we're losing our shirt on this. And we understand that, now it doesn't affect 99.999% of use, because you don't have enough IA points anyways. Every time somebody buys a Fromage, they use all the IA points they have, and the rest of it they're buying it anyways at a diamond price. So it doesn't affect the announcement. It's not really an announcement. It doesn't affect 99.99% of you anyways, because most people don't even have 50% of the IA points to buy. But you may affect 1 over 1,000. We just want to make sure that, just in case you've been with us since 2005 and you've been accumulating your points since 2005, and you decide to upgrade and to get the free IA points. This is when you were not even a diamond yet. For those type of people, which again maybe a handful of people in the whole database, we cannot have these free points go towards the Fromage purchase. So we have 50% of the purchase of Fromage can only be used with your IA points. Again, it doesn't affect 99% of you, but it's something we had to make an announcement for. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much. It's been a late night. You got 30 days to take advantage of this. You got 30 days to get yourself to diamond. You got 30 days to call everybody in your team and bring them up to date with the launch pad and the new incentives. And if I was on the field right now, my time in the next 30 days is calling a smile and dial every day, my existing LCs, my prospects, meet with them. Tonight I would pick my favorite luxury exotic car, whether it's the Rolls-Royce or the Bentley or the Aston. I'll pick it up, I'll put it on Facebook, I'll put a date on it, 2014, 2015. Let people question me, okay, what is this all about? Then that opens up the conversation. You're not deceiving anybody. You're basically saying the company launched an exotic car program, and I'm shooting for this Aston Martin by 2015. I'm excited about it. People say, wow, that's a great car program. How does it work? That opens up the conversation between yourself and that prospect, of course, sending the new tour, and that starts from there. So that's all we wanted to say tonight. Take advantage of this opportunity. You got 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. It will not be extended. So you want to, if you have your credit cards ready, you want to upgrade yourself now, go do it, do it tomorrow. Call your people. Some people will be upset if you don't get the news to them. Some of your people will be upset at you in January when they say, why didn't you tell me? You want to make sure that at least you pass the news to everybody in your team. So I'll go pass it back to you, Maria, and we're going to call it a night from Ottawa.
Wow, wow, wow. I mean, this is really exciting. I mean, with this amazing incentive, even though I was in the boot camp yesterday, but every time I hear it, I get really excited. With this amazing incentive that we just launched tonight, there will be thousands and thousands of luxury consultants all around the world making great income and accomplish the next ambassador and diplomatic rank with Global World Trade. So that this will be an amazing journey for the next month. We're going to have a lot of success. And at this point, I just wanted to take the time to thank our CEO for your stand, for your generosity, for your heart, for everything you do for Global World Trade. So thanks so much, Ramin, for everything you do for us. And I know it costs a lot for the company for all this incentive, but you still do it, so thanks so much. And I say that on behalf of all the luxury consultants from around the world. And also for luxury consultant in GTA, we will make the office, we will keep the office busy for the next month. And so we're going to have a lot of trainings, and we're going to have a lot of tours and branding parties and social gatherings. We're going to do so much we can do, especially now with the free pass incentive. So let's make things happen, and we're going to make a lot of money, especially with the retail profit when we have the office available. I mean, it's been always available, but it's just amazing that we can have it as an incentive, and we can take a lot of guests there.
Mario, I do want to say something else, that what we've done with this branding party is your customers actually can purchase on the spot, place the order, pay for it, and take the product instantly. So that's something we've never done before. So when you bring people out, you know you're going to make it sale, you're going to make a lot of retail profit. Make sure that you take advantage of, it's only 4 occasions, right? Once every Thursday. You got 4 occasions to make a ton of retail profits and get a bunch of prospects. Even if you're not in the GTA area, pick up the phone, call your prospects in the GTA area, tell them the Ferry Gallery for the first time is opening its doors. Chances are they've heard of us a lot because we've been on the 2 major radio stations in Toronto in GTA. 4.5 million people have heard of us. Tell them, look, I can get you a free entrance, tell them to come on their own, call you offline to meet them there. So again, even if you're outside GTA, you have uplines here, you can take advantage of this branding party.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is absolutely exciting, and I can't wait till get on the phone, smile and dial, and have everybody at the head office let the board to know the best kept secret in Richmond Hill in Canada. So we'll have lots of fun with that. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of the questions and comments. I know it's late, it's around 10:55, so we don't want to keep everyone here till later than that. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of the comments here. So we have Omid here is saying thanks so much, Ramin, for this. We have a lot of else is making a lot of comments. There's Kelly Ferrier asking, what about the old LCs who are already a diamond? Will be there? Will we also get any double IA in the future? So well, I let Ramin answer that question.
Again, we talked about this. It's a good question, Kelly. Look, we're investing into your team. So when all your people are upgrading, if you do a good job telling your people to upgrade, all of that volume is going to pay you. So the advantage that diamonds are getting is that you're already the maximum discount, you're already the maximum benefit. So you're not going to be cycling, you'll be motorcycling. So we're investing heavily into everybody in your team. So now you got this fundamental incentive to get them to upgrade, to get them to become active again, and now you are going quadrupling your commissions this month. So as a diamond, this is a great opportunity to go ahead and build yourself a check you've never seen before.
Absolutely. There is a comment from Rene Liao. Thanks for the million, Ramin, and he's saying GWT just pays and there's no smoke and mirror here.
Well, actually, that's a good tagline. Thanks a million, and put that underneath the check.
Absolutely. We have Barb and we have Barb making a comment. Thank you so much for Annalie. You have absolutely been extremely amazing. Not any point to be added. So all bases being covered and your enthusiasm shines. You definitely demonstrate your expertise. It was a pleasure sharing this experience with you. So that was a comment for Annalie from Barb. We have Yasar. We have Yasmin. I have Yasmin here. Thank you, Annalie. Amazing training. Is there a checklist of the items needed to be available for the trade show anywhere? So I don't know if I have Annalie to be able to answer if there is a checklist for that. Annalie, I just unmuted you. There's a question if there's any checklist for the trade show, for the trade show preparation, if you have any checklist or anywhere there is a checklist for that.
I'm not exactly sure about the question checklist, like you mean the items we need to have at the trade show, is that what it means?
Yes, so the question is there a checklist of the item we need to have available anywhere in the back office, or if you have anything?
Well, I have it, like I made it for this presentation, so I definitely can send it if anybody's interested, yes.
Perfect. So if you guys are interested to have a checklist, you can send an email to Annalie, and she will send you the checklist.
Yes, no problem.
And Yasmin also making a comment. Thank you, Annalie, for the great presentation. Cindy is saying thank you, Annalie, so much. I'm excited to incorporate all these tips into the next trade show that I'm doing. I love the follow-up script that you shared. Again, is the follow-up script is also available anywhere?
Yes, I can send that too. Just ask people to send me email and I will forward it to them.
Perfect. Thanks so much. I have a comment from Errol for Ramin. Ramin, I have been with a few MLM companies, but I have never met or heard of any CEO like you. You take care of your people as if they were your very own children. That is the reason why no other company can get our attention. No one cares like you. Thanks, Errol Trench. Thanks so much, Errol. And we have more and more. There's so many comments are coming. Daisy is making a comment. Mr. Ramin Nasgalu, you are the #1 incredible ever. Renee Liao, incredible training and amazing incentives program, Ramin. Always thinking for the LCs and what amazing Christmas gift for them. Absolutely, you're right. Actually, this is a great Christmas gift for all the LCs around the world. So Sharna Robinson is making a comment. Hello, GWT family. Very diva Sharna Robinson on the call. All I have to say is wow, wow, wow. This is insane. Thank you so much, Ramin and corporate team. We have a great training, Annalie. Took lots of notes, and thanks so much, Ramin, for more of these insane incentives. There is no other like GWT. You are absolutely right. And that was from Richard. Yeah, that was from Richard. So the next one is from Suzanne Miller. So great training, Annalie, lots of great information. I'm so proud to have you as my business partner, and thank you, Ramin. Your focus is truly to help each and every one of our LCs to have incredible success. Thank you again for everything you do. So we have also Judy and Brian, Bob and Judy. Brian, fantastic in-depth training. Every GWT member now has all the information required to be able to have their own trade show anywhere around the world. Congratulations, Annalie, for a fantastic analysis of how to be prepared for a trade show. Brian saying, excellent and a very informative training. Great job. Wow. We have Sophie Wagner from Montreal. Does the Launchpad stay the same? New members who start as diamonds double their IA, or is this also only until December 15th?
No, that doesn't change. Basically, what this allows the old members to do is to do what the new members have the option. The new members have a 30-day option. It's a 30-day challenge. So it's indefinite. The old members, but once that 30 days is over, it's over. But we are allowing the same 30 days for the old LCs who joined before the Launchpad. So nothing changes in the Launchpad. 30-day challenge for everybody. That's indefinite for all the new people. This special we just put on is basically giving the same advantages to the people who joined before the Launchpad, which was in September.
Perfect. So Aiden is asking, dear Annalie, it was well done, great pictures as well, but I have two questions. First question, is this webinar being recorded? The answer is yes. The second question, I was wondering if that ballot that you showed us on the slide can be put into our business kit or in the back office for us.
I didn't hear the question, but you also want to open up the line for Sanat's woman, Maria. She's online. What was the question again?
So the question is asking, I believe it's for Annalie asking, first of all, if this webinar is recorded, and the answer is yes. The second question is if I was wondering if the ballots for the trade shows are available to be either in the business kit or available in the back office.
Are we talking the survey form, the ballot? Yeah, that's already in our back office.
Okay. It's already in the back office. What section, Annalie, they should be looking for it?
I believe it's under the business tools.
Okay, got you.
But if anybody wants, I have it like,
to
downloaded. I can always email it to somebody too. That's no problem.
Maria, can you hear me?
Maria, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our yes, Sanat, we can hear you. We have our another special guest, our own Vice President of Product Development. For those of you who are new, this lady is the one behind all of our product, Sanat Kuman. So please, Sanat, go ahead and take it on.
Thanks so much, Maria and Emily. I just wanted to congratulate you. You did such a fabulous job of presenting the information. Of course, being with us since 2006, you've done a lot of different trade shows. You've become a queen of them, and that's why you're on the call, to be able to train them. But ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important things, Anna Lee trained a lot of great information. It's important to utilize it. And the information that, a lot of the information that Anna Lee shared is available under the business tools in your back office. So that's why it's so important to make sure that you go through your back office, and that's something else that we shared at boot camp. Make sure you go through your back office. Make sure you educate yourself of what's there so you have the knowledge and experience. And of course, Ramin, coming from a distributor background for all the years that you've been in the industry, this is a big advantage. I want to make sure that all of our luxury consultants understand that having a CEO that came from the field and from the industry and understanding, compensation plans and car programs, we truly have the best of the best of the best. And I know Ramin has spent extensive time to put this phenomenal car program. I know when I saw it, I got excited from what we had into all the upgrades into the Aston and to the Bentley and all the new cars that we have. So go for the top, and you know what? I look forward to all those cars being parked in the front of our world headquarters and everyone just boarding their luxury vehicles. So back to you, Anna Lee. Once again, great job. And Ramin, once again, thank you for your heart and vision and all this amazing, amazing car program that you put together for everyone to utilize. And of course, doubling up on the previous LCs. Again, one of the most important things, you always listen. That was feedback that we got from a lot of people, and that's been absolutely great. So thank you for your heart and thank you for your vision. Maria, back to you.
Thanks so much, Sanat, for being on the call. There are a lot of comments are coming. There are a lot of questions and comments, but most comments are coming from different LCs from around the world. Many of our ambassadors and our shareholders from around the world. They're very, very excited. We have also Sean Haynes. He's here. He's making a comment. Thanks for the great training by Diplomat Anna Riga. But also thanks so much, more than ever, to our own CEO for creating a company where we have actual checks of real millionaires and not potential future checks. Again, GWT is the company that makes it really possible for all to succeed. Thanks finally to our CEO for this pre-holiday season gift of opening up the incredible lunch pack for all the existing LCs to win the Diplomat, the Diamond Challenge. Indeed, you are the best, Ramin. Warm regards, Diamond Ambassador Shanghai. So as you see, there are so many comments that keep coming in. We have also, I'm just going through a lot of these comments that are coming. Errol Trench, Andy, thank you so much for your time and powerful training. You're a great speaker and trainer. You are a great help and support for GWT, LCs, and GWT family. We're so happy. You are our upline and teacher. Again, thanks, Errol Trench. There was there's a comment from the newest diplomat, Tanya Martin. Awesome training, Anna Lee. Great tips. I know how much fun we had last time in the last training, in the last trade show. And then we have Aiden also making another comment. Yeah, this is the same comment that was about. So I guess, yeah, those are all the comments for tonight, and there's more and more comments are coming, but it's 11 o'clock at midnight, so if there's not any other comment or question or anything Annalie, you want to add, or Romain, you want to add to the call? We can finish the call.
No, good night from Ottawa.
Yeah, and good night from myself too, and Romain, of course. Same thank you notes like everybody else is sending you. You are amazing leader. You are amazing visionary. You have your heart and soul in this business, have had it since day one, and it's still going strong and strong. And I have no doubt in my mind that you will build the billion-dollar company. And I am so happy to be part of it. Thank you so much.
Well, Annalie, you know, our culture and who we are attracts likewise, and person like people like you. We're very fortunate to have you. What an incredible training. I'm proud of you, young lady. I know you're an athlete. You're a champion, and you're competitive, and I love seeing that in you. Fantastic job. Congratulations.
Thank you so very much.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Romain. Thanks so much, Annalie, for being this call, and everybody else. I know your time and your attention is all yours, but you gave it so generously tonight and stay on the call with us. So thanks so much for your time. And your Ambassador Maria Gaderi from Richmond Hill, and have a great and fantastic Sunday night. Good night.